Um, I, uh, I think the Pac-10 conference is a quality conference. Certainly in no way meant to you know, demean their strength and abilities. I just kind of operate in the SEC, and it's a great conference. You compete every week, and we play a championship game, and so I think it's a little bit more difficult to come through this conference unscathed. I think it's common sense that people, any school, would have an easier way to the championship game by way of the Pac-10. I think the championship team that comes through that can be as quality as any in the country. It's just, I think it's a little bit more difficult to achieve in a really balanced conference. Okay, good. You said the West. I thought I did a hell of a job. So, all right. I mean, if he'd have said Pluto, I'd have gone to Pluto. But the Western Division is, very competitive. I think anytime you look at the Western Division, you have to look at Auburn and what they've accomplished. Certainly both Mississippi schools are going to be better. I think Mississippi State will field one of their best teams, and Alabama's going to always be tough. They've recruited extremely well through the years, and the last game maybe the two best backs in the country, and an offense that's really exciting at Arkansas. So it's a dogfight, and we look forward to being in it.
Coach, can you talk about, as much as you lost from last year, still being picked in the top 1, 2, or 3 in the country, what that says about you and your program?
Well, we really talk about playing at a consistently high level, and to always be in a position to compete. And we graduate. Well, let's do it this way. In 2004, they lost a coach. They were 9-3. They lost to Iowa. Lost a quarterback. Had to pick a quarterback when we got here. And we won the West, won 11, finished 5th ranked in the nation, beat Miami in the Peach Bowl. Got a little bit better. And then we graduated 13 guys. Joseph Adai, first-round draft pick at running back. Claude Roten, Kyle Williams, number of great players in both offensive and defensive line. And you know what? We took the quarterback that we picked, and we won 11 games. We went to the Sugar Bowl, beat the Irish, finished 3rd ranked in the nation, just got a little bit better. And so what the call is in this program is doesn't make any difference about graduation. It's a responsibility of the position to play well. And darn it if we don't want to get just a little bit better.
Feel Matt Flynn is a championship quarterback.
Yeah, but I don't want to give him that kind of pressure. Just to be honest with you, I don't. He's a first-year starter. He's had some experience. He's obviously started and won the Peach Bowl and played against Miami extremely, competitively. But it's his first year. It's going to take some time, but he's very talented. He's bright. He's a leader. He knows what he's doing. It's not like you're starting with a first-year freshman or sophomore. This is a first-year starter who's really been there and prepared and competed for the position. So we're excited for him. We look forward to his competition. Do I think he could be a championship quarterback? Yeah. Down the road, somewhere, he may pick up all the characteristics that he needs. Well, I don't think it's much different at all, to be honest with you. I think there'll be some visual differences, but I think that you'll look at the opportunity to run a football and throw it and do so with a successful feel and do it in an equal percentage. We're going to try to rush the football for 2 and throw it for 2 1/4. So, I think that's kind of how it would look to you. I think there'll be some differences, and I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be exciting. I think that Gary Croton brings a real expertise in throwing the football, and it's one we're going to use. So, how much difference? I don't know.
Last year, your game with Arkansas, you
We called the touchdown return. That was in the huddle. Men, we're going to bring it out now. We're going to use the touchdown return.
With the kickoffs being moved back 5 yards, you going to call that more now?
We'd like to. In fact, I got to be real honest with you. We think it was being called before, but they just didn't realize it. We think that the 30-yard line, kicking from the 30, there'll be a lot of strategy employed at that junction in this game, and I think it'll even out where people that want to kick deep, and people that want to change their kick points will change their kick points. They'll give you different landmarks, and they'll sky kick and they'll punch kick. But I think it's a bigger piece of the game than it's been, and it's certainly in the short run in college. I think it's one where it's going to be awfully important how we adjust. I think in the NFL, if you get there, you become the coach that you are, you become the team that you are, and it kind of evens out. But I think this year, you'll see a lot of different strategy employed, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. And we're going to call that what was that? Touchdown return that we called against Arkansas. Hopefully more.
South Carolina comes in week 4. Steve Spurrier said a couple days ago, he made a comment that you probably read. LSU had the best talent in the league, but they didn't get it done. Did you personally take that as some sort of an offhanded shot? And will that have anything to do with motivation for the game?
Nah. The old ball coach, he gets to make those comments. Head ball coach, old or head, either one works. I certainly respect his opinion. I think if you looked back, the 2 teams that were in the national title hunt had most players drafted last year. In fact, the teams that were in the national championship game, Florida and Ohio State, had the most players drafted in any school. So I think for him to say that, I think he's probably just watching film, making his own little impressions. But I don't have any problem with that. I also know that he's planning to win the championship.
Coach, you said a few weeks ago on ESPN, you referred to Alabama as that team of coaches, and made some reference to teams in red. Can you expound on that a little bit?
Oh, I just what as I reviewed my statement, I'm probably really doing disservice to my high school, which I was red and white, but then right from that point, I was never red, and the teams we always lined up against were red, and it was really comfortable for me to see that color and have a real ready to compete feel. And at Michigan it was Ohio State, and when I was at Oklahoma State it was Oklahoma, and for that matter Nebraska. And when we were at the Dallas Cowboys we were blue, and it was the other guys, whoever the other guys were. And now it's in a team that wears red. It's generally not we're ready to compete with those guys.
Coach, as much talent as you've got, is there one area that you're most concerned about going into fall drills getting ready?
Well, there's always 3 spots for me. It's offense, defense, and special teams. There's always 3 spots, and I know that that's a nothing answer, but like for instance, I want to make sure that we're ready strategically to kick it off and to return kicks. It's a specific in this year, okay, and that's a concern. And who are those guys that are going to be kicking off for me? I know who's going to return for me. I understand how we're going to block it, okay. And then on the offensive side, we had 2 new starters in the offensive line. I think they're going to be pretty good, but they're going to have great 2-a-days, and they got to improve, and then that offensive line's got to meld together. We got some young receivers. I want to get them in the flow. I want to see what they got. Okay. On defense, we think of 2 safeties we'll put back there in place of the guys that we lost, or be talented. We think are going to be good, but dang on it, we got to make sure we scrimmage them enough so they can see balls thrown in the air that they're ready to play. And you don't just replace the 6th player drafted in the NFL draft. Just put a guy in there. So. There's a number of spots that with every team